Welcome to the Unshakeable Talks with me, Katy. This is where we lift the lid on what entrepreneurs are really going through. The struggles, the myths, the mistakes, and the things we've been sold to. This is where we talk about how we balance business and life. This isn't another podcast teaching strategy. This is where we talk about the raw, real truth about female entrepreneurship and what it really means to run a business and life and combine both of them together. Running a business as a woman isn't harder, it's just different. And it's time we talk about this. There is no cap on what we can achieve, because behind every business, there's the stuff no one dares to talk out loud. Welcome to the Unshakable Talk. Today is a straight talk episode, and I'm quite excited about this one, because today I would like to speak to you about feminine entrepreneurship. And I would like to start this with a little bit from my own experience. When I've started my journey of being an entrepreneur and started my first business, I very much started it because I wanted to create flexibility and freedom around my child and my life as being a mother, but also feeling fulfilled in my working and career life. So entrepreneurship for me was what in my mind will give me this. I started my journey as an entrepreneur, what I call today with the masculine blueprint. I've done what everyone tells you to do. I had all the strategies. I've just kept working, pushing harder to achieve the next goal within my business. But what I now know, what I didn't realize at the time, the reason why I felt really unhappy in my old business and why it felt so heavy, even though I had huge success, I had really good success, and I should have been really happy. Should have been extremely proud of myself for achieving what I achieved, but it just never felt like this. And it made me feel really ungrateful as well. But the reason why I didn't feel like this is because I operated my business, I structured my business on a masculine blueprint. This is what I call it, the masculine blueprint. I thought I have to get up early to then do my mummy bit and then work a 9 to 5 and then do my mummy bit again and then do the extra hours to kind of get things done within my business. And really looking back and thinking about it, I really suppressed my feminine side a lot. Instead of leaning into this and actually creating a business which works around my family, which works around my needs as a woman, and really tapping into my feminine energy and my feminine power, I've done what everyone else did, what everyone else tells you to do to be successful. And I had to learn the hard way. So if you're listening to this episode, you probably think I'm a bit crazy and it's a bit weird what I'm talking about. And there's strategy there's certain steps you have to do business. And that is very true. But I really want you to, while you're doing this as a woman and as a mother, lean into this. Because this pushing harder and harder and harder 9 to 5 doesn't work for you, especially not as a mom. As a mom, you may not have time right in the morning to dedicate to your business because you're busy with life. You're busy with being a mom. So your most productive time is maybe in the evening. Have you ever thought about this? I just kept being busy with being busy. I wasn't really productive. Nowadays, I lead my business based on my intuition. I lead my business from emotional intelligence. I lead my business with my feminine energy. And I have more work to get done in the grand scheme of things, but I work less than I've ever worked. And I feel the most happiest that I've ever been. I feel the most content. I'm the most healthiest I've ever been. And I'm 20 plus years older now than when I did my original business. And that really should tell you everything. The other thing, what if you are really consciously making a decision to lead more with your intuition and your feminine side, what you will notice is we women are much better when it comes to the emotional side of business. When you have a team, you generally will be able to retain team members much better because you just lead with more empathy. You understand your female workers better. You understand their struggles. This could be a downside as well, and I had to learn this. In my old business, this definitely was a downside because I really feel people and I really try to help people all the time. And I had to learn to find the happy medium. But when you use it to your advantage, it is a great thing because you actually stop overhiring because people appreciate you. People love their job and people will put more of themselves into their work, which in turn then reflects into your business. So that's a really beautiful thing. The other thing that comes in really handy is if you're in a client-facing business, actually leading with your feminine energy generally will retain more client loyalty and trust. And if you look at the big female-led brands, this is really why they are so great in creating trust with their clients and communities. Because they're really tapping into their female energy. They're really tapping into their feminine and into the intuition, which really, it's a beautiful thing. And I really want you to think about this and sit with this for a minute. Don't dismiss it. Don't think I'm talking a whole lot of craziness here. I really want you to sit and think about how are you operating your business? How are you looking at your business? If you're a solopreneur or if you have a team, are you coming more from a masculine energy or are you really using your feminine energy to your full advantage? And for me, when I made the shift from pure business coaching into the identity work and the reinvention coaching I'm doing now, my feminine energy is on absolute fire. And this is exactly what I need to actually be good at what I'm doing. If I would run my business now on this masculine energy, I wouldn't have a business. So I really made a conscious effort to celebrate my femininity, to celebrate all those parts of me who make me a woman, who make me a good mom, who make me a good wife, and who make me who I am, and use them to my advantage within my business. So if you're listening to this, I want you to really think about this one. Look at your business and think about what if you take your feminine energy as strategy and stop using it or stop looking at it as weakness. So when I used to do business coaching, it was very much structured and done with this masculine energy because there was a blueprint. It was all about strategy. It was all about data. It was all about the ROI of your business. And when I did that switch to the identity coaching, which was a large part of my coaching anyways, so I just really deepened the part my clients actually wanted and needed from me, it made all the difference. I really wish women would treat their life ROI the same way than we all treat our business ROI. Because it is the most important thing you could do. And if you look at it, if once I made this shift within myself and really fully leaned into this and been really authentic about it, I mean, the clients' results I have now are just amazing. And it really lights me up. It makes me happy to see other women really step into their feminine and really using this to their full advantage within their business. And it's not the only reason, but it is the big reason why they're thriving within their business. So I want you to really look at your business. How are you working? How are you looking at your life ROI, how are you structuring your day to day, and what kind of energy are you putting into your business? And if you feel like you're more operating out of the masculine, because really that's the tangible thing, isn't it? We all know data, we all know the Excel sheets, we all know the strategies. It's very tangible for people. It's for people around us very easily to understand. Leading from the feminine, from intuition and emotional intelligence sounds a bit crazy to some. But what if we treat our feminine energy as strategy and not as a weakness? Ask yourself that question. I'm so excited to invite you to my free Shake Up Your 2026 challenge. This is a 2-week challenge live in Telegram with me. 2 weeks to audit your life and your business, to redefine success and to shake up your 2026. Head to the link in the show notes to sign up today. Thank you for listening to today's episode.